All right, we are back. One thing I believe I forgot to do in the last video is take a look at the mirror. As you are holding the magic mirror, you look into it and see a vision of yourself with a crown on your head. And as we learned, the mirror shows us the future. It seems like in the future we're going to have a crown on our head. Interesting. Let's see if the witch is home. I think she is. Surprise, surprise, the Wicked Witch is home and now she's after you. Ah, run away! I don't even think we have to leave the screen. We can just... Good. Alright, so she's gone. And let's go up here. I'm going to wander into the witch's bedroom. Oh, Graham, you are so very slow. Let's look. The note is written in a familiar language. That's helpful. Pick up. Oop. Off in the distance, you hear a high, squeaky voice say, "I can smell someone tasty in my house." That's weird. Grab the note from the table. Read. Note. The note says, "Sometimes it is wise to think backwards." Oh, well then. Alright, now we just need to wait for the Wicked Witch to return. Which is interesting, since apparently she knows we're in here, and she's gonna pretty much choose to ignore us, but alright. The witch mutters, "I am going to get my oven ready to cook someone for dinner." Ah, okay. Alright, so... Actually, I'm gonna wait. You need to be kind of perfectly positioned in order for this to work, so... Let me get a little bit closer, and then save just in case. This video too. Alright. So we come down here, and be right behind her. Push witch. Courageously, you manage to push the witch into the oven, where she flashes and melts away into a harmless blob. Congratulations! Hey! What a noble, noble thing to do. Open cabinet. Ooh. And that is cheese, so we'll take the cheese. You pluck the Swiss cheese from the shelf. Yes. Fine vintage. I don't know. Does cheese have a vintage? I don't really know how cheese works. Alright. So, now that we got that note from the witch, we can solve this puzzle very easily, because the answer is very clear. Just looking at my map again so that I don't get too lost. And I am very much joking. The solution to the next puzzle, or, well, two puzzles away, is legendarily convoluted in the fact that it makes absolutely no sense. High in the sky, you see a very large, friendly bird. We don't want to hang out with the bird just yet. And we do want to hang out with this goat. Stuck in the bush. Alrighty, let's open the gate. Gate's rather heavy, but you managed to open it. And we check our inventory. Oops. Oh, I did not like that. Alright, check our inventory. We see that we still have our carrot up on the top right there. Didn't like that either. There we go. That was disconcerting, but we need to not give, but show the carrot. When you tempt the old goat with the carrot, he starts to follow you. If you do give him the carrot, he'll just eat it. Alright. So, we need to bring the goat. Oh, actually, I want to go to the screen as well. So I can pick up one of the other treasures of the land. Not the 3 secret main treasures, but look, stump. From here you can see the stump is very... Look in stump. Inside the old rotted stump, you notice a small canvas pouch. Take pouch. Notice the pouch feels aged and tattered. Open pouch. Cautiously open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly you close it in, again so as not to lose any. And all these jewels and gems really don't have any purpose within the game other than for puzzle points and for the sake of you can use some of them to get around some of the puzzles and problems, but you get less points for it. So they're kind of like crutches you can use, but... Alright, so we're going to try... It's our first time running into one of these bridges, and if we try to go across, what should happen? As you approach the bridge, a mean, ugly troll appears. He will not let you cross his bridge. It is well-known fact that goats hate trolls intensely. You should move aside and let the goat take care of this nasty troll. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Everyone knows that. The old goat, seeing the troll, the arch enemy of all goats, charges the troll and butts him into oblivion. The bridge is now yours. Hooray! Go team! You see a crotchety old gnome pacing around his lean-to. Talk gnome. So let's get a little closer. Chase him down a bit, I guess. The old gnome tells you he has something that may be very useful to you. Your task is to guess his name in 3 guesses, and his gift will be yours. Good luck. What is your first guess? So, this is obviously a reference to Rumpelstiltskin, and so your first instinct would be to guess Rumpelstiltskin. But we read the note again. The note reads, sometimes it is wise to think backwards. And somehow you're supposed to know that that means to reverse his name. So now you may think to yourself, okay, I will spell Rumpelstiltskin backwards, which is reasonably logical, even though that is a fairly large leap to have to make. But that is also incorrect. In the remake version, they made that a thing, but in this original version, what you are supposed to do is reverse the alphabet and spell out Rumpelstiltskin, which I cannot do off the top of my head, so I have it written down here, and I have no idea if I'm going to spell it right. Pretty easy to mess it up. So yes, if den curve for Grogan. That's right, you've guessed it. Here are some magic beans for your outstanding accomplishment. So you get the most points for guessing it right on the first try. Be careful that you get every one of them. You place the beans in your pocket. Alright, we now have some magic beans. Yeah, so you have to, if you get it right on your first try, then you get the most puzzle points. However, if you get it wrong 3 times, instead of getting the beans, you end up getting a key that allows you to still get to where you need to go, but in a less, you get less points for it. I think this isn't the screen I want. The screen I want was down and over 1. We have one more item we need before we use these magic beans. Hopefully I'm going to the right screen. Forgot to write this one down on my map, but I believe this is correct. Of course, there it is. Wandering on the banks of the lake, you see a cute little elf. And apparently everyone is always mean to this elf. Or maybe they're just used to running away from all the evil creatures that they don't think to be nice to this one. The elf, impressed by your friendliness, gives you a magic ring. Kind person, know that once, only once, this ring will make you invisible, he says, and then disappears. Apparently he can turn invisible as many times as he wants. Okay, so now we need to find our way back to the patch. Okay, so let's go this way and this way. This is where the ceramic bowl was. We can go faster by typing faster, but he moves at such ludicrous speeds that he might as well be in Spaceballs. I gotta watch that movie again. It's been too long. And we are actually coming up on one of the probably the most obnoxious parts of this game, where I will be saving and restoring a great deal. And there's even a small chance that I will simply pause the game and restart once I have completed the task. But we come to this nice fertile soil. And other than the fact that it's a large patch of dirt, there's no real reason to know that this is the correct spot. Plant, no, not bean, seeds, beans. The beans immediately sprout roots that reach deep into the fertile soil. Leaves unfold themselves to the warm, loving sun. A rumbling is felt, and a mighty beanstalk now stretches up into the sky. All right, so let's climb the beanstalk. Oops. All right. All right, and we will save game here. And you will see that you have to be very specific in exactly where you climb, and sometimes it is very counterintuitive. Particularly at the beginning here, you have to be oddly far to the right side. You would think that you want to sort of stay in the middle, but that ends up not really being very true. It's not as important to save down here, but I just get annoyed, so oh, there we go. Ouch. Oh, there's no noise. I don't know why. Oh, I turned the sound off. I don't even know how I did that. Hang on a sec. All right, so I figured that out, so we now have the sound on. So I'm just going to move further over to the right, and even though it doesn't look like we're on the branch at all, or beanstalk rather, we oddly enough stayed on for whatever reason. With the wrong move, you fall dizzyingly to the ground. So we restore. And that is why we save often. Alright. Oh, yeah, so very trial and error-y. And again, you can see it doesn't really look like this is where we should be, and yet it works. Pretty sure I'm going to drop soon. I'm being a little overprotective of my saves here, but whatever. Ah, there we go. Let's go over a little bit, and back up. There. Oops. Alright. There. I think we're probably good from here, but alright. So I think this is the last full screen, which is nice. Right. So be careful when you get so high in the foliage. You'll fall the whole way down. Or you do that. Alright. Not far enough, or maybe too far. Hard to say. Let's try that. There. Here. Let's try. Oh, that was my bad. I'm not going to blame you for this one, game. That was on me. I was overly aggressive in my button pressing. That's probably unnecessary, but why not? Should be the last one if we get up. Oh. There's also a hotkey to restore, and I don't know why I'm not using it, but I guess I'm just being lazy. All right. We have done it. We've reached the top of Cloud World or something. Cloud City. I think Vader might be up here. Let's keep our eyes open. And now we're coming to, I mean, some of this stuff is just the nature of the beast. You know, we talked about earlier in the first video, just the fact that they had to make things kind of arbitrarily difficult for the sake of padding the runtime, with them only being able to put such a small amount of data in the games itself, and like, you know, floppy disks and all that. But this is actually a puzzle solution that I specifically disagree with. So there's a giant there that, you know, tries to attack us. Let's just put the ring on now. You slip the beautiful ring on one of your fingers. Ah, that's nice. So we throw the ring on, but we come over here, and there's a hole in this tree. If we look inside, you notice a sling in the hole in the tree. Take sling, reach in the hole, and pull out the leather sling. So we now have a slingshot and pebbles. And so logically, you would probably think that you can kill the giant with the slingshot, which is true. However, that actually gets you less points. And what you're supposed to do is, when you rub the magic ring, you mysteriously disappear, except for your footprints. So we can only follow ourselves with our footprints. And we come over here, and the giant still walks to where we are, but can't see you because you're invisible. So we just stand here and wait. And actually, this is one chance. Well, I tell you, I will type faster. Oh, just fast, sorry. What luck, the huge giant fell fast asleep. Spell, oops, that's dangerous. Let's find out what happens. Normal, so hopefully he stays asleep. But the giant just kind of falls asleep. Take chest. Very carefully slip the magic chest from the sleeping giant's arms. Look, chest. You admire the craftsmanship of the beautiful chest. Open chest. You are dazzled by the countless supply of gold coins spilling from the magic chest. You quickly close the chest. Wonderful. And that is the quote-unquote correct way to solve that puzzle, which kind of seems like nonsense to me. That the answer to the puzzle is just to sit there and do nothing and hope that he falls asleep, rather than actively solve it, where you get less puzzle points. But such is life. I will actually save the game here, and in the next video we will recover the third magical item that will save the kingdom, and bring them all back to our king in the hopes of restoring Daventry. So, I'll see you next time. Bye.